So we're going to start off the interview by, of course, asking OT to introduce herself.
Yeah, you already told some essential facts about me, but I could still add that besides I'm a doctor, I'm also like part-time traveler. So I mean, I always travel maybe 2 or 3 months a year, and I have been to at least 250 countries, and I have been before to South India and to Southeast Asia. Well, I was in exchange in Singapore, and that's why I was also traveling around. And now I'm actually on the way to Indonesian weddings of my Indonesian friend. And
Interesting that you mentioned South India. So that was going to be my first question to you. So how does Sri Lanka, you came here on the 6th of March.
Yeah.
And you're leaving tomorrow, sadly. So how does your experience so far, I know it's been a brief stay, but how does the experience here compare to that of South India?
Well, I think, of course, in a superficial level, the food seems to be first the same. Yeah, it's spicy, and you have a lot of people. They are all brown, and they are very friendly to you. They come to talk to you, and there's a lot of tuk-tuks. But I still think Sri Lanka is different from South India because the people are a bit more polite. So they are very friendly, but they are not very like aggressive in their behavior. So, for example, when I was in South India and Bangalore and Chennai, I saw all the time these men come to me and they are approaching some kind of things like, would you like to have sex with me? And it never happened here before.
Wow.
So, of course, the men come to talk to me, but and they can ask my phone number, but they never like ask anything like really twisted kind of things. And,
right. Because I was going to ask you, OT is a backpacker, and she has, experience traveling alone for long periods of time. So I was going to ask you, how was it stepping out of Katunayake Airport into Sri Lanka as a single, young, white woman?
Well, when I came to the airport, I was not feeling that, I'm single, I'm white, I'm a woman, because, I mean, I didn't get any that kind of attention in the airport, and, I mean, I was just wanting to find some kind of place where to stay. I came there like 4 a.m. and just to have a taxi to some kind of hostel, and well, I mean, it was like any kind of airport, and actually it was, everything happened quite fast, so I was expecting that I have to be like 2 hours waiting to get the visa inside, or just in a queuing this passport line, and
so you didn't need visa, right?
No,
right.
Well, I got this kind of so-called visa to my passport, but I didn't have to pay for that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Right. So, if I could summarize, you're saying that men here are friendly, as they always would be to a single young white woman traveling alone, but they've been respectful, friendly yet respectful.
Yeah.
Like they'll ask for your phone number, but then they're not so bold as like your experience in South India.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news for all of us here in Sri Lanka. Then I also know that you stayed in Negombo, like for 3 days.
No. I was there for a couple of. I was there a few nights sleeping in their. It's like a restaurant or hotel, and in the end I was not even staying in the hotel. I was just staying a couple of hours in the city, and then I left to Colombo and to Unavatuma, to Merissa.
To Merissa.
Yeah.
And how did you like it there?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was like any kind of beach destination, and I was actually a bit disappointed with Unavatuma because it was like a lot of like just white tourists and a few local people, and I think in Merissa it was still a bit more like some kind of traces of normal life. So I mean, like even some normal people who go to these kind of beach bars and. But anyway, but I mean it's beach, so beach is just
they're pretty much standard,
and, and it means that people come there to chill out, and of course it means that a lot of Western tourists come there, and if you really want to experience the true Sri Lanka, so it can be found from the beach.
Right. So then you left Negombo, and then you came to stay with me in Kandy.
Yeah.
With me and my parents in my house. So I have to ask you, and you can say whatever you want. How was that experience?
Well, I think it was quite nice. So I mean, of course, as a Finn, I feel a bit like shy that because you are so hospital, so it's like your mother is all the time like wanting to make some food to me, and
right,
and she's telling to you to okay, you have to entertain your guest, and I just came there. Okay, I just wanted to have a pet, and I want to meet you, and
Right, but
and she's very much giving much more than I was expecting, and as
Aw.
I've been, I haven't. Okay, well, in Finland we are also very hospitable to our guests, but still, I was not expecting so much. And
well, credit goes to my mom. Yeah, well,
Mama, I found someone like you said would come along. He's a sight so unlike any man I've known. I was afraid to let him in, 'cause I'm not the trusting kind. But now I'm convinced that he's heaven sent and must be out of his mind. Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me. And in my life is where he says he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. And Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. And Mama, you've always said better look before you leave. Maybe so, but here I go, letting my heart lead me. He thinks I own the moon and stars. I think he's a living dream. Well, there are many, but ones like him are few and far between. Mama, he's crazy, crazy over me. And in my life is where he says he always wants to be. I've never been so loved. He beats all I've ever seen. Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me. Oh, Mama, he's crazy. He's crazy over me.